Hey folks, good evening. This is Aditya and welcome back to my blog. So we all know pandemic has adverse effect on us physically and mentally. Physical aspect I don't think I need to discuss because somewhere it is all clear and how can you eradicate is also available everywhere. But the most neglected aspect, the mental aspect, where no one is talking about, especially for the students like us, they have been neglected. In every management books, there is a term called empathy and empathize that has been taught to us. They, in the books, they have told that if you want to run an organization successfully, you need to empathize. But I personally feel there's no empathy. There's no empathization from the higher authorities towards the students. So because of which the mental trauma in the students is getting increased day by day. I can see people getting depressed. What's the solution for this? What's the solution you can get out of this mental trauma? Simple. If you're aspiring to become something successful, you need to work for it. That means we have to follow a proverb called self-help is the best help. So we need to help ourselves. So the best thing to get out of depression or get out of mental trauma is just to divert your mind. So where to divert? There are two possibilities. One thing you can be diverted in a wrong way and one thing you can divert it in a positive way. So I would rather say that you need to follow the positive way first. You should not follow the negative only, you should follow the positive way first. So I have some suggestions that positivity comes from various sources. First thing that affects your positivity or the source from where you can get positivity is your aspirations, what you want to become in the future. Right now, if you're aspiring to join in an organization, if you're a student who is going through his degree right now, companies are demanding more than just your degree, right? So in this free time, in this pandemic, the most important thing you can do is inculcate good skills in you. So in this vlog, we are going to discuss the 5 important skills you need to possess so that you can crack interviews and also get into your dream job. The first skill. This skill is called project management. What is project management? I don't want to get into the definition of each and every skill I'm going to discuss, but somewhere I will make you understand what that actually means. Project management is basically when you're working for an organization, when you will be heading some team or when you will be assigned some task, those tasks will be given to you with certain constraints, right? Constraints in the sense some obstacles. Like without this, these are the difficulties you can face in an entire work that is assigned to you. It's the way you get out of these obstacles, minimize these obstacles and get the maximum output out of it is the project management. Every company is right now demanding people with project management skills. Project management skills can be acquired through a certification, that is fine, but somewhere or the other you need to start. So start it right now and make sure you excel this skill. And the constants I've mentioned, there are hundreds of constants, but the 3 important constants always come into the business aspect is time, budget and manpower. Second important skill is basically, it's not regarding your technical skills, hard skills or soft skills. This is basically is just social skills like people behavior, people sciences, people processes. See, it's important you are brought up in some way, the other person around you will be brought up in some other way. So when you two guys are working in a single organization, it's important that you need to adapt, you need to understand each other's psyche so that you two can collaboratively work for the organization development at the end. But if you are not a people's person, if you do not adapt to the culture or do not adapt to the environment, I think you will go nowhere and ultimately the organization will kick you out. So you need to be a people's person. Please understand what people's psyche talks about. Please, again, I want to emphasize on one important aspect is learn to empathize. This skill will ultimately make you a great leader rather than being a manager, right? So focus on empathy and understanding people. So now, as we are talking about people, the important part is at some point of your time, you'll become a leader or a head of an organization, maybe. And by God given, everyone should become a leader in their life. So from various history, we come across various leadership styles, starting from autocratic, bureaucratic, participative, situational, etc., etc., right? But the most effective leadership I have come across, or not me solely, I think everywhere else, every organization is adapting this kind of leadership because somewhere the output is proper, the result is on a positive side. So This type of leadership is called as transformational leadership. You need to develop this leadership because it is a type of leadership which encourages the employees to innovate and research in a domain which is not yet achieved. So by this, the employees become fearless and they are keen to changes, because right now the environment is dynamic. If you are stagnant, if you are not flexible, if you are rigid, it will ultimately lead to the downfall of the organization or your team specifically. But if you are a leader who promotes their employees to innovation, research, something new, ultimately your organization or your team is going to go in a proper way, and also for long term. Okay, every organization or every team or every group enters into the competitive environment just with the motive to win, to make maximum out of it, and to go for long term, or we simply call it in a technical term which is called as perpetuity. So focus on your transformational leadership skills. The moment you're fixed that you have become a good transformational leader, the next important you have to deal with is your EQ. As I said, you have to work with a number of people, different culture, different upbringing, different attitudes. So at that moment, there are certain stages in your life that will break you down, and also at the same time, maybe instigate you, maybe trigger you. That trigger or instigating might be a negative impact on you. Maybe you will lose your job, maybe you will lose your dignity, maybe you will lose your respect. So it may be anything. So it's important that you develop your EQ, and this is a skill I think nobody can teach you. There is no certification courses. Yes, there are ways you can test your EQ. There are thousands of websites we can test your EQ. There are various scientists who have given various scales to understand where your emotional quotient stands. But no scientists have given you how to learn it. It comes with time. So for for developing your emotional quotient, it's important you meditate, you again understand people, and also be a good listener, which every individual lacks. You need to be a good listener in the sense, if you're the second party whom you're talking to right now is telling you something and you're just hearing it just for the sake of hearing. No, there's a lot of difference between hearing and listening. So make sure you become a good listener and meditate to develop your emotional quotient. And emotional quotient plays a very important role, because at the end of the day, when you die, when you leave this world, you will leave empty handed. The only thing you will leave is your name and your respect. So make sure to earn that your EQ should be on point. Okay, those were all personality and mind related aspects or skills you need to develop, right? But there are also certain skills which comes under the technical skills. I think you need to understand technical skills is not only Java, C++, or digital marketing, something like that. See, these are very important domains which actually people should work on, but there are specialists for it. And at the end of the day, if you want to become a businessman, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to be your own boss, it's not necessary that you should be the master of the jack of all trades. It's not necessary that you should be a Python developer or UI UX designer. You can hire people for that. Okay, so it's not so always. I just want to clarify one thing: is technical skills not only involves these things, but a lot of other aspects as well, which is being neglected, because as company are not mentioning into their job description, people are not willing to learn that, or not understanding that this is also a technical skills. So right now I'm talking about a skill which is called as the persuasion skills. When you are starting your career, okay, a management student or anyone who has completed his MBA, or yes, he started at the initial stages of career, if he is a fresher ultimately. So one day or the other, the important thing he has to do is he has to sell himself first, right? He have to convince the company that why he is suitable for this job. Yes, what you're doing here is you're persuading your employer that please hire me, I am perfect for your company. What you're doing here is you're persuading. So at the initial stages only, if you're not successful, then you're not able to crack that job. Maybe you'll not get into your dream job because of because of that skill that you're lacking. So it's important you develop your persuasion skills. How can you develop persuasion skills? Talk, understand yourself, jot down your strengths, weaknesses. So do a SWOT analysis of yourself, where you stand, where you're lacking, work on it. So when people ask you, you are very much well prepared that where you are standing, what you want to do. why you are suitable for a job, why you are suitable for that particular position. You'll be able to, you will not fumble. At least you will directly give your points. It is satisfactory or not satisfactory, it is successful or not successful, it depends upon your result. But before that, if you make your what you say, if you do your groundwork properly and then get into the field, maybe the possibility of getting into a company or a dream job becomes around 50% easier, and 50% it will be your skill sets, other skill sets, to be specific, right? Same thing stands for not only selling yourself. When you're entering into the company, the initial stages or initial task will be assigned is you need to persuade people, you need to talk to people. So every persuasion skills involves groundwork. Make sure your groundwork is on point. Whatever task has been assigned to you, you understand it, you understand its consequences, you understand how it can affect people. So when you perfectly understand, so and moreover when you do the groundwork, it's necessary that you understand in such a manner so that a 5-year-old kid asks you and you can answer him, and make sure the 5-year kid understands what you're saying, right? So your groundwork should be in that point. So it's important to have persuasion skills. So to sum up everything, skills are not only computer application skills or any hard skill stuff thing, it's also how you react with the environment. The way people are around you also tells you that what kind of a person you are. Skills can be developed one day or the other. If you pay around 15,000 in any institute, you can have a certificate having that like saying that you have that skill. But I'm not saying that it's not necessary, it is necessary. But these skills what I've said right now, starting from the project management skills, transformational leadership, persuasion skills, and whatever the skills, 5 skills I've told you right now, these skills will make you ready to face the world, and also make you what you say, sensitive enough that how to react to whom. So in this way, I think you can make use of your pandemic. That's it from my side. Signing off, Aditya.